If you're a freelance filmmaker, I can guarantee you're likely not using one of these. And why do I say that? I say it because I often see people using the Rode video mics or the DJI mics. These are really good quality wireless mics that record directly into your camera's input. And that's convenient, that's brilliant, I love that. But I've had bad experiences. I should mention that Zoom is not sponsoring this video. I just like using this thing and I want to talk about it. And plus, I need to get used to doing these kinds of videos because it's still new to me. You know, I'm normally behind the camera. This is weird, but I'm getting there. I have an A7S III, which is what I'm recording on now, and I've also got an A7 III. And these are very good cameras, but I've had bad experiences with the mic input. On both of these cameras, they've broken on me at least once, and I just can't rely on that when I'm out shooting. So I could be filming at a conference, I could be running and gunning, maybe filming a podcast, we could be outside somewhere. There could be a lot of radio interference or wireless interference that, you know, even though these microphones advertise that they're on a good frequency and it's secure, I've not found that. Whereas with this, it records straight onto a micro SD card within the power pack. And also, it's 32-bit float. What that basically means is that you don't set the gain on this thing. You plug in the mic, you press record, you flick the hold switch, and then you give it to the person that you're filming. Get them to put it in a pocket or clip it to their belt or their dress or something, and then you can rely on it. And I've always been able to rely on this thing. I've never had bad audio recording with this. So there you go. Now, the audio that you're hearing right now is actually being recorded on this as we speak. Now, you can say what you want about the audio. I haven't actually done any mixing or EQ tweaks with this so that you can hear it for what it is, but you can push this quite high if you really focus on the EQ and dial it in. But I'm not an audio engineer. It's something that I'm still learning and I am getting better. But you can plug in any microphone into this as long as it has the right jack input. So yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the Zoom F2 because I've been enjoying using this microphone and I've never seen anyone else use it. And I think it's definitely an underdog in the field. I can't tell you how good it is to press the record button, flick the hold switch, and then know that your audio is being recorded. Let's say you're filming a wedding, you know, the bride is mic'd up and you must get that I do. It is absolutely essential. That is one of the things that you must get when you're filming a wedding video. You need to be able to rely on getting that. You don't want the audio to stop recording because it's full or it's run out of battery or for it to be distorted because the gain's set too high. None of those things matter. Another scenario that I've got is when filming conferences. Often you're grabbing people to interview them, to get vox pops, or maybe you've got someone who's on a busy schedule. They've only got 2 minutes to share with you and you do not have time to fiddle around with the audio, setting the gain, trying to hear if the levels are right. And often I'm filming in a busy, loud, noisy environment, whether it's in a conference hall or out on the street. And even if you had the headphones, you can't hear clearly because there's too much noise. So you need to be able to rely on these things not giving you distorted audio. And because this is 32-bit float, it doesn't do that. It's clear and it's crisp. Now, one thing you could do is you can use the output jack on this thing and route it straight into your camera if you still wanted to sync it with the camera. But yeah, in my use, I've never really had to do that. Obviously, you can monitor with this as well by plugging a headphone jack into this. But yeah, I trust it that much that I just don't need to do that. There is one last drawback with this. Because it doesn't record straight to camera, you have to resync the audio afterwards. You might say, Marcus, why would I want extra work? I've got enough work and enough editing to do as it is. Why should I resync the audio where the Rode video mic or the DJI mics go straight into the camera? To be honest, it doesn't take that long to resync the audio. There are automatic tools you can use, but just looking at the waveforms is enough for me. And I think it's good practice as well to actually look at your audio and spend a bit more time resyncing it, just because you create a lot of small residual skills that you wouldn't actually appreciate if you didn't have to do that extra work. When it comes to recording the audio on set, you'll start using clapperboards more, you'll start using proper techniques, you'll be pressing the record button on the camera and on the pack here as close together as possible. It makes you a better editor to consider the extra work you have to do. I always resync my audio afterwards. The quality sounds better when you don't record straight into camera because the preamps on things like this and other recorders are often better than what comes in the camera. I just don't think it's a detriment. It takes maybe a minute or two at the absolute most to resync the audio on these things, so I just don't think that's a concern. Oh, and a final tip. I think it's really good that Zoom does the microphones in different colours, because it means if you've got a bride, then you can get a white microphone that blends in with her dress. But even when just, going out and about and filming testimonials or vox pops, you might not know what your subject's going to be wearing. So having options is really handy. So yeah, not sponsored by Zoom. I just wanted to make a video about this. I just think it's a great product. So yeah, I've been Marcus Brooks, trading as M Brooks Films. Thanks for watching.